How's it going, EdgeGamers? My name is BT. Today we're doing Meet the Leadership featuring one of my good friends and senior manager of the World of Warships division, M4A1-S. How's it going, M4?
It's going pretty well. How's it going with you, BT?
I woke up an hour ago. I'm kind of tired. I still have COVID, but we're grinding.
That's good, except for the COVID part.
Yeah, trust me, I know. So, as always, this is a Meet the Leadership. Basically, how this is going to work is I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and you respond in any way that you see fit. There's no right or wrong answers. This is just for people to get an overview of who you are, so they get to know you better, pretty much.
Yep, of course. Happy to provide the people what they want.
Sounds good. All right, so the first question is, what do you do as a senior manager for the World of Warships division or game group?
Ooh. Well, it's not too complicated, but my way of explaining it's going to be a little weird. I basically oversee the clan and make sure nobody does anything to disrupt the general functions of it.
Makes sense to me.
So yeah, I manage overseeing everyone else doing their thing, and it's pretty neat.
This is just me asking a question, but is there any other LE members besides you?
Oh, of course. Currently we have J_Didding and Mullagy. They do their own thing and they help me manage everything else that I can't.
Sweet. How did you become a part of EdgeGamers? One word, by the way.
Oh, one word. I was going to say one word with a hyphen. I originally played on the CS servers, so I was an old school jailbreak boy, you know?
Who wasn't?
Yeah. Old school JB kid, 2016 EGO. Boy, those were some good memories, but everything comes to an end at some time, you know?
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I started out in jailbreak and kind of moved around and ended up finding my way into other areas of the community. So I feel you on that one.
Yeah, I've definitely shifted around through the game groups is what we're calling them.
I guess.
So first I was Counter-Strike, then I was Unturned, if you can believe we had that.
Didn't even know that existed.
It did! It was under PSC or MS as it is now. And then I moved to PSC/MS, and now I'm here over at Warships.
It's pretty cool. M4, what's your favorite food?
My grandmother's beef and broccoli. There's just something about it. It's just so much better than the rest, and it must be the amount of oyster sauce she drowns it in, but it's really good.
If you were on a deserted island and could only bring 3 things with you, what would they be?
The USS Indianapolis, fuel, probably an M4 Sherman. I'd be getting myself off that island pretty quick, don't you think?
It makes so much sense. But, oh my god, I was not expecting that.
You did say anything. I had to go out of the box.
I did say anything. I would have brought Tala, because he has a big brain.
He does. Does have a big brain on occasion. Just like power.
Oh, that's egregious. What career would you like to live? Or what's your current career path?
I don't really have one currently. I'm in college for liberal arts, so it could go really any way currently. Just getting prereqs done. Hopefully I figure something out before I have to decide.
Yeah. I also go to college for liberal arts, so we'll see how that goes.
If you had to tech school for liberal arts, it's a little weird.
What's your favorite EdgeGamers memory? And I guess this is pretty broad, so.
That's a really hard one because I really enjoyed just, talking with other members in like MS and PSC. Is my first time as an advisor or manager. But on the other hand, I've made so many good memories with the people now that I can't really pick one or the other, It's like nostalgia versus now, really.
Yeah, it would be hard for me to put like a finger on exactly what would be my favorite memory because there's just been so many, and I've only been here for like a year or so.
Trust me, it's after 4, it gets pretty interesting.
I bet. When did you first start playing World of Warships?
I started playing back in early 2018. So this is right after I got manager for my first time. I got that day after Christmas on 2017. I was introduced to it by Ryo5678, if you know him. Yeah, you can thank him for World Warships being here.
Yeah, did he like push the game group?
No, not really. He just pushed me into the game. He told me we had a clan. I joined it, kept playing, and decided I liked it. So here I am. Whole 2 years later, nearly 3.
So yeah, kind of going off of that, if you didn't play World of Warships, what other game would you play?
Oh God,
Stardew?
Stardew would definitely be one of them, but I think I'd be bouncing around more. I honestly think I would have stayed MS if I didn't go to Warships and do stuff here. But I'm not really sure on that one yet.
So...
Life's just a big ball of, options, and you never know which is the right one until you pick it.
I was about to say. So, what's your favorite book? And if you were asking me, I would say this is a terrible question, but
that's a pretty good one.
I mean, I hate reading. But
do you hate reading because of school and having to read for that? Yeah,
it's a good question, but I would not be able to answer it personally. What about you?
I think I could. I think my favorite book, at least currently, was the Artemis Fowl series. Before Disney made it into a movie. That just ruined it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's usually the movies don't come out as well as the books.
They don't.
Like the Percy Jackson. I remember I had to read that for school, and I actually enjoyed reading the Percy Jackson books. But the movies just, ugh.
They take a different turn that you don't imagine,
Yeah. Pretty much the only movies that I've seen like even slightly comparable to the books were the Lord of the Rings movies. Those were absolutely fantastic.
They also took like 6 hours per, but...
Yeah, and I have like the extended edition with all the deleted scenes, so it's just an absolute bundle of joy for me.
It's always good.
So why are you so dedicated to this community? Like, what makes you stay?
Let me give you a sort of question to your answer. If you thought that, your life's going downhill, at least a little bit, would you turn to like the internet and stuff to find people to, talk about kind of more anonymously? Sorry if this is a deep question.
So like, are you asking like who would I talk to?
Would you turn to like the internet and like internet friends if you were like going a bit downhill?
I mean, probably, but also I feel like I'd stay, because I don't know, like I definitely have like met people here that I consider like comparable to like real life friends. So I don't think I would just turn to like the internet. I feel like the internet is such a broad category, and there's very little places like this one where you get such like a community aspect to it. So that kind of answers your question.
That does. Answers your question as well. God, am I so fun with words.
Jeez, I don't know how you just turned the interview around onto me, but you did. So, what are your favorite hobbies? I bet gaming is one of them, but do you have any?
On occasion.
On occasion.
On
right.
occasion. I
Have you-
actually do a whole lot of model kits. So
Can you
right
explain
now
to me what that is? Because I actually have no idea what that is.
Okay, so basically you get this kit in like a hobby store, you order it online. It's just a bunch of the plastic parts for something that you're going to build, like a ship or a tank. So you buy those, you cut out the parts, you assemble them, paint them, make them all look fancy, and they're realistic to a certain scale. I work in 1/35th scale, so it's 1/35th of the actual size. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, it's dope actually. It's kind of like Legos, but just like on drugs.
It is, but it also takes a lot more time and dedication. But it keeps you busy for a while, you know?
I bet.
I've been working on this current kit for about 2 months on and off, so really takes some time.
Yeah. Where's your favorite place in the world, or potentially like what's your favorite place that you've traveled to?
I don't know. Boston is really fun, but I can't really say it beats the middle of the woods where I live, you know? I'd prefer to be more in that alone sort of area than like surrounded by the city, even though the city has some nice aspects to it.
Mhm.
So, middle of nowhere, really.
Yeah, just a fair warning. I don't know how many people are going to be happy about your answer of Boston. Out of anywhere in the world, you said Boston.
Hey, I'm from the Northeast. Boston is as close as we get.
Fair enough. And finally, what is your life outside of EdgeGamers? One word.
How is my life? Can you
Like,
go into a bit?
like, what's your life outside?
Really just kind of trying to make it through college. I mean, not a whole lot else out there. Walk around Main Street and take in the sights. I mean, hey, I have friends outside, don't get me wrong, but like, I still enjoy talking to people like my managers, Mole, or even some of my members like Hound, or even Gypsum on occasion. But yeah, I think I've been trying to balance it, and I think I've been doing a decent job.
Yeah, that's
Or
always
pretty
good.
poor, depending on who you look at.
Yeah, I mean, you have to balance everything in life. There's got to be like a happy medium that you go for. Pretty much
There
anything
is.
that you do like in like an excessive amount, whether it's eating or whatever, can be potentially harmful.
You have to find the mean between two vices. And if you've taken an ethics course, then you know what I'm talking about.
All right, M4, that's pretty much it. Do you have anything that you'd like to say to anyone before we end this?
Good question. I'd like to say shout out to Jubs and the whole World of Warships division over on Discord.
Hell
Join
yeah.
us.
All right, thank you so much for your time, M4. Hope you have a
No problem.
fantastic
Thank you
day.
for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're my buddy, and I'm glad that we got to do this.
Yeah, same here.
All right, this has been the Meet the Leadership with M4A1-S. Have a fantastic day, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.